Hello, 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 hello. Today is day 20 of my 21-day live challenge. And today I have a special guest. I have none other than CEO Brandon Powell, who is the owner of the business therapy firm with us. He is one of our featured speakers at the Attract Abundance Conference. By the way, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you want to get your tickets, and this is why you want to get it early. You want to get it early because when you buy your tickets, you get access to trainings every month leading up to the conference. These bonus sessions are led by me as well as our guest speakers. And so Brandon is actually going to lead the bonus session on the last Monday of July. So if you buy your ticket before the last Monday on July, which I believe is the 29th, then you'll get access to that bonus session. Okay, so without further ado, I want to introduce to some and present to others Brandon Powell. Let's give him a round of applause. Woo! Now, usually I have my pom-poms, but I didn't want to be too girly with you on today, so I'm gonna use my hands. Snap, pat my feet. How are you feeling today, Brandon?
Man, I am doing good. First of all, thank you for the invitation and being a part of this. I'm feeling super grateful. Cannot complain at all.
Excellent, excellent. Well, as y'all can tell, he is a very snazzy dresser, and everything that he does it with nice class and with elegance and with style. I don't know if I should say elegance for a man, but you know where I'm
Yeah,
coming from.
yeah, I had to raise the eyebrow on that one.
Okay, not elegance. Okay, what's the word I want to use?
No,
What is it? Don't what
anti.
you say?
I say anti-ashy.
Anti-ashy. He does it. He does it very well with anti-ashy. Anti-ashy style. Anti-ashy style. It's all oiled up. How about that? All
I
oiled up, glistening.
don't know if I want to go with that either.
Well, you started. So listen, I want
Why,
y'all to get to
why we
know
can't just go with lotion? You go straight to
lotion.
oil. You go
Well,
straight to
okay. Well,
oil.
I use oil because some people are ashy like me. Like my skin gets very dry. See, I don't know what you would call my skin tone. You know how you have the textures of the hair where you have like
Uh,
4C hair and 3B hair. I don't know what kind of skin I
uh,
got, but I got the skin that gets really dry. And some lotions just won't work. Sometimes I gotta get the oil. Gotta get the oil. Shoot, I even went down to the altar on Sunday and got some
yeah.
oil put. Maybe that's why I was thinking about oil.
That's gonna be my next. That's gonna be my next business. I'm gonna jump into the oil business and shea butter.
Hey, you know what? I will sample it. I will sample it. I will sample it. Well, thank you very much, Brandon. I want you to tell those who are listening, those who are watching the replay. By the way, if you are watching the replay, type hashtag replay in the comment section. I want you to tell us, what is the business therapy firm?
So the business therapy firm is basically a company that does for people that are new to the idea, and most people are. Just think about a marketing agency and a consulting firm combined together. The only difference is that we call it business therapy with an emphasis on just trying to serve the client and deal with the root issue or the challenge. And that basically is, I call it the market behavior and the leader's behavior. There's a clash between those two. The leader of the company or the management of the company wants certain outcomes, and the market wants certain things too. And there's a conflict between those two sides, and it's usually a behavioral issue or challenge. So when clients come to me asking for a flyer, that's a symptom. I'm trying to figure out what else, because you want that flyer to solve a challenge, and so sometimes that's not the real. That's a symptom, and that's not the root issue. And so we study that, and after we figure it out, then we work on the regular stuff, the flyers and the logos.
Thank you for sharing that. So tell me more about those symptoms, right? So what is a symptom that someone may display outside of asking you for a flyer that they may be in need of some business therapy?
That's a great, interesting way to put that, Terry. First of all, nobody comes to me and says, "Hey, Brandon, I need business therapy," because it's so novel and new. Um, the only thing that people focus on is they'll ask for things like, "Hey, I ran out of business cards. Can you reprint them?" "Oh, I heard you design flyers, you design book covers, you design logos." Those are the basic things that they ask for. And you say, "Well, how do they end up in my office?" Sometimes, in tears or opening up about life challenges. It's because we do a business health screening, and we screen the whole business. No different from when you go to the doctor. You have a cough, that's a symptom. So you go to the doctor's not just going to check your throat. They're going to check your eyes, your ears, your pulse, and your blood work. They're going to check all those things. Well, it's the same for us. You come to us with one symptom, we're going to check everything because we care, and we have the capacity to diagnose and treat all of those challenges.
That's very powerful. There's a quote that says, people don't know or people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Mhm.
So, what are some of the ways that you show your clients care?
Well, it comes in the form of what I believe is hospitality. My own definition of hospitality has nothing to do with the hotel or the restaurant industry. It's basically going above and beyond to do the unnecessary. People like to feel like you're thoughtful and you're attentive and you listen, which is the opposite of just trying to give someone a package or a price and not really be concerned about what they actually need or what they're actually saying that they want. And so showing care is just being attentive and thoughtful and listening.
Yes, that's very powerful. And I will say that I actually experienced a little bit of that myself. So let me tell y'all what happened last month. So last month I was busy getting ready to go to a conference. Shout out to the Texas business women out there. I went to that conference about a month ago now, and I was getting ready to go there, but I had some other things that I needed to do that day. So I was running around and it was hot. Like y'all, that day it was so hot, but I had a meeting with Brandon. And as soon as I got to his office, he was like, "Here, take one of these waters." And so I'm there, I'm speaking, I'm talking to him. And he just kept giving me these waters. And I'm like, "You keep giving me these waters." He's like, "Because you look like you need some water. Like you need to be hydrated." But he didn't just give me like any water. He gave me like some really nice, fancy. Do you have any of those bottled waters with you?
I do, and for the sake of this live, it was imported from England. Y'all can't verify that, so I'm gonna just say it.
There you go. Out y'all, but for real though, I was hot, right? And he was like, and
Um,
so as I'm speaking, yeah, so that's the water that he had.
uh-huh.
So as I was speaking, like as I'm speaking, he's just like, "Here's another water." So I'm drinking, I'm talking, drinking, talking. He's like, "Here's another one. Here's another one." It wasn't like, "Hey, you already got your one free." Right? Once you come in here and buy something, you're not getting any more of these waters. So I just wanted to share with you all how you show your clients care, your prospective clients, just the people that come into your space is very important because again, people may not remember everything that you said, but they are going to remember how you made them feel. And in regards to branding, that's a big part of like what I do and what I like to focus on with my clients is helping them be able to give people the feeling that they want so that they continuously tell people about you and you're no longer the best kept secret, right?
Mhm.
So with your business though, Brandon, you do focus a lot on the branding, the marketing, and the advertisements with your clients. So my next question for you is why is branding and marketing important for business or for business owners?
Well, I think it's helpful to understand the difference, right? With the way you phrase that, marketing, I define it as dealing with the frequency in which you see something. Someone's marketing because you're constantly seeing it, and so I have to tip my hat off to Terry. That is one of the most amazing skill sets that I have seen. I cannot go 30 minutes without looking at my feed because I'm gonna see something from Terry. Terry gonna be taking pictures. She gonna be pointing at the camera. She gonna be with a celebrity. She gonna be speaking at an event. You're going to know. I feel like me and Terry are first cousins. I feel that close to her because I'm always seeing her on my feed. Because she's very great at. She's a master at marketing. So that's marketing, seeing the frequency. Branding has more to do with the quality in which you show up when you are seen. there's a phrase that I say: when your house is clean, you do not mind who comes over. And so it's a balance, right? You want to make sure that you're seen, but you also want to have quality control. Make sure your logo and your branding and things of that nature is on point. And there's a way to kind of evaluate that. For those that may join the live, we're going to do some quick evaluations and brand audits right on the spot. And so that's the difference to me between branding and marketing, and they are both needed because it's how the market and the people that are going to buy from you, it's how they perceive you. And if they don't feel safe and they don't feel like they respect what you're presenting, they're not going to do business with you.
Amen. Amen. Did y'all hear that? He said that if you buy your ticket to the Attract Abundance Conference, or if you have already bought your ticket to the Attract Abundance Conference, when we have our private bonus calls for the people who are not waiting until October to buy their tickets, they will have the opportunity to have some branding audits and branding assessments on July 29th. That's what he just said. So go ahead and go to the link that's going across the bottom of the screen, attractabundanceconference.com, so that you can be on that call as well as the other calls that we will have leading up to the conference. And one of the reasons that I'm doing this is because I know that some people are going to get transformation on that day. Some people need transformation now, though. They're like, October is good, but that's like more than 90 days out. I need some transformations now. I want to make some more money now. I want to attract more abundance now. What can y'all do? What can y'all share? What can you give that's going to help me be able to attract more of the abundance that I want now? And that's why we're having these bonus intensives. So just in case you are just now tuning in, maybe this is your first time watching me live. My name is Terry Alfred, and I specialize in helping business owners build six-figure retirement streams instead of six-figure retirement dreams, and help business women become their own bank. And Brandon, what is it that you do?
So I am a business therapist. I have people come to my office and cry on my couch for a living.
And here's the thing, they cry on your couch because sometimes you just need to be able to have a space to like get it out, right? You just have to have a space to be able to get it out. Don't get it out on social media, y'all. It's
absolutely
not like that attacks your brand. That's not one of the things that I was going to talk about. But since I'm here, let me ask you this. Do you think that it helps a brand or it hurts a brand when people are venting about what is going on in their personal life on social media as a new business owner? Now, you may say something like, hey, I'm sorry, my uncle so-and-so just, lost a limb or something like that. Or I'm so glad that my daughter survived this car accident. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. But I'm talking about where people actually go all in on social media and start sharing drama and start sharing really personal stuff. Do you think that helps their brand, or do you think that hurts their brand as a new business owner?
If you're asking me, I think it definitely hurts it.
I am asking you.
Yeah, it definitely hurts it. I have a rule when it comes to being on social media. I think you want to operate in a way that you're okay with it being there for years to come, and you want to. There's some rules that I usually practice, and so today's not. I wouldn't do social media training per se, but just be thoughtful. Just keep in mind that if you're in a networking setting, which social media can be thought of that way, especially on LinkedIn, just conduct yourself in a way where you want to leave a positive impression. If the things that you say are said on social media, could that help drive business to you, or will it cause people to feel uncomfortable? And so I would just say, as a general rule, don't be airing your dirty laundry and other people's business out on social media, because even if you're talking about someone else, you're still saying it, and people can still form an opinion about you. Because as they say, some of the old folks used to say, you can't hold water. You don't want to be seen as a person that can be untrustworthy.
That's right. That's right. And the way I like to say it is, are you attracting abundance or are you repelling it? Right. Mm-hmm. So the things that you are doing and saying and how you're showing up can actually be repelling the very people that you want to work with. Speaking of wanting to work with people, Mr. Powell, tell us, do you like to work with startups or more experienced business owners?
Startups or more experienced business owners. I would say it's not about either one. What I actually focus on is a particular trait. So now what I'm talking about is who are our clients? Who do we actually serve? I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't matter, because whether you're a startup or a experienced business owner, I've been an entrepreneur for 18 years. They both have some of the similar challenges and traits. And so when I started learning that, being in the field for quite some time, I said, look, what trait am I looking for? We typically find ourselves working with people who are highly gifted, have a lot of ideas, they're driven, and they're not lazy. They already know what they want to accomplish. They just have not at this point found the right tools to manifest that. So we support them as an accelerator to help them achieve what they were going to achieve anyway, but a little bit faster. And so that I find very serious and gifted startup business owners. And I also find very serious and gifted experienced business owners. And so we work with both of them equally.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, I have one last question for you. We somewhat touched on this, but my last question for you is, no, actually I have two more questions. I'm sorry. The next to the last question is, what is the most common challenge you notice that your clients face in business?
The most common challenge they face in business, I would say, is a lack of clarity. And the way, if I had to describe what we do in a phrase, we help our clients become uninhibited. It's a lot of times they're weighted down by unnecessary things that are either slowing them down, causing them to lose revenue, causing them to go in the wrong direction, or it's redundant. And so we try to identify those things, and most commonly they're lacking clarity, and they really are trying hard. Most people do not want to have a underperforming business. They're trying to do the best they can, is needing that clarity. And so what we try to do is, with their permission, come into the room of their lives and their business, metaphorically speaking, and find that light switch and turn it on. And most people would think turning on the light when you've been in darkness and you haven't been able to see clearly is a fun thing. It's not, because now you become aware, and that's when the real work starts. And so that's one of the most common challenges.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I have one last question for you. Outside of you telling us how to find you. So my last question is, why did you say yes? Why did you say yes to the Attract Abundance Conference? Because you are coming in as a speaker, you are a sponsor. I thank you very much for being a sponsor, or for the business therapy firm being a sponsor. But I want to know, why did you say yes? Because with you being a sponsor, you're also going to be in the room. And I want to know, like, why did you say yes? Because there are some people that are listening to this live and they're like, okay, we hear about what you do, but why are you excited about being at the Attract Abundance Conference in October in Frisco, Texas?
Well, I tell you, the reason that I decided to be a part of this amazing event is Terry and I had an arm wrestling contest, and I lost, and that was the wage.
Okay.
no,
Okay, then. All right, then. Keep
no,
on.
no, I'm just kidding. The true reason is because of value. When I make business decisions to invest or be a part of things, I evaluate um, the value that I see or don't see in whatever I'm going to be a part of, whether it's a partnership or an event. And so I saw a lot of value, and I'm a businessman, so I knew that if I partook in this, that I would be around good people who I normally like to be around and serve. And most of our target audience is highly gifted and professional minority and African American women, and also professional minority and African American men. And so it just felt like a good decision. And I knew that Terry always brings great energy, and I knew that I would have a great experience.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. How can we find you, follow you, contact you, Mr. Powell?
I am on Instagram. I tend to be there quite a bit these days. I am not, the social media expert, but I have a team that helps me. I'm on Instagram under Therapy Firm BP for Brandon Powell. I'm also on LinkedIn under Brandon D.O. Powell. You can reach me directly at 214-532-9972. Or you can visit our website and you can take the quiz, our business profile quiz that tells you a little bit of an assessment about your traits as an entrepreneur at therapyfirm.com.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence on this fabulous or fantastic. I don't know which one is more masculine. Let me see. What type of Friday is this? Fun Friday. On this fun Friday. Brandon, thank you again for being here. Thank you for supporting the Attract Abundance Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not gotten your ticket to the Attract Abundance Conference, again, I highly recommend that you get it in early instead of later, because if you wait until later, you're going to miss out on so many amazing opportunities to connect with people before the conference and attract
Mhm.
more abundance even before October gets here. Let's make this quarter the best quarter ever. Okay, so we're kicking off quarter three with a bang. I thank you very much for watching my live. Again, I'm Terry Alford. I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist. I specialize in helping business women build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and leave multi-million dollar legacies. Have a blessed day, everybody. Adios.